Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. So, ang topic natin ngayon is for differential calculus, which is about continuity of a function at a number. So, meron na akong mga previous videos about limits, no? So, two-sided limits, one-sided limits, limits at infinity, tsaka infinite limits. So, pwede nyo munang panoorin yon. Check kung hindi nyo pa napapanood. Kasi gagamitin natin yung mga natutunan natin doon dito sa lesson. Okay? So, ililink ko na lang sa description para mas makasabay kayo dito sa topic natin ngayon. Mahalaga may good background na talaga kayo sa limits. So, ano ba yung continuity of functions at a number? So, gawin ko na lang siyang continuity of functions at a number. So, meron tayong condition para masabi na yung isang function, let's say f of x, is continuous at a number. Okay? So, ito yung condition na. Sulat ko muna. A function f of x is continuous at x is equal to a if the following conditions are all satisfied. So, ano-ano yung conditions? Una, dapat f is defined at x is equal to a. Or kapag in-evaluate nyo yung f of a, it is defined. Or may value siya. Hindi undefined, hindi indeterminate. Okay? Next, if limit of f of x as x approaches a exist, so kailangan din na yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a exist. Kasi 'di ba may mga times na ang limit natin is does not exist, 'di ba? So, dapat ito, yung limit of f of x as x approaches a exist. May finite value. Okay? Then, yung pangatlo, f of a is equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches a. So, dapat, pareho yung f of a, yung value ng f of a, equal siya sa limit ng f of x as x approaches a. Yan. So, kung hindi nyo masunod yung tatlo, otherwise, kahit isa man lang dyan, ay hindi totoo or true, f is discontinuous at x is equal to a. So, kahit may isa man lang kayo ditong ma-violate or hindi masunod, maging true, automatic discontinuous na agad yung f of x at x is equal to a. Okay, so ito yung tatandaan natin. Isa-isay natin yan, itetest natin yan mamaya. Pag nag-solve tayo ng problems, i-verify natin. Tapos, meron din tayong types ng discontinuity. So, meron tayong removable and essential discontinuity. Yan. So, i-identify natin kung anong type ng discontinuity ngayon. Okay? So, hello, Ingeniero. If limit of f of x as x approaches a exists but either f of a is undefined or f of a is not equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches a, then we say that f has removable discontinuity at x is equal to a. So, tandaan nyo to, kapag yung limit ng f of x nag-e-exist, ibig sabihin, true yung number 2 condition. Pero, kung itong condition 1 is hindi defined, so hindi to true yung condition 1, or yung condition 3 is hindi rin true kasi hindi nga equal yung f of a sa limit ng f of x as x approaches a, then we say that f has removable. So, ibig sabihin, pag removable, magagawa natin ng paraan para hindi na siya discontinuous doon sa a. So, sige, sa mga example natin, i-illustrate natin kung paano yung gagawin para maging continuous na yung f of x sa a given na siya ay removable. Ano yung pangalawa? Yung essential. Dalawa yung essential. So, kapag essential, may two types. So, if limit nung f of x as x approaches a does not exist. So, dapat automatic, pag does not exist, yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a, magkakaroon ka agad dyan ng essential discontinuity. So, hindi na true agad. Kapag hindi na true agad si condition 2, essential discontinuity na yon. Pero, ano yung dalawang type ng essential? So, then we say that f has an essential discontinuity. Yan. At x is equal to a. And, makakategorize pa to further. So, 2.1, if limit of f of x as x approaches a from the left and limit of f of x as x approaches a from the right both exist but are not equal, then f is said to have, ito yung unang type, jump essential discontinuity at x is equal to a. So, yung unang type, jump essential. Kapag nag-e-exist yung left hand limit tsaka right hand limit pero hindi sila equal. Okay, 'di ba pag hindi equal, hindi nga talaga mag-e-exist yung limit. Ang tawag doon is jump essential discontinuity. Paano yung pangalawa? 2.2, if limit of f of x as x approaches a, let's say from the left, can be either positive, sige, hiwalay natin, positive infinity or negative infinity, or limit of f of x as x approaches a from the right is positive infinity or negative infinity. Copy ko na lang to. Then f is said to have ang tawag naman dito is infinite essential discontinuity at x is equal to a. So ito kapag meron tayong mga rational usually, di ba? Pag may mga rational function tayo, ang limit nun is pwedeng mag-positive or negative infinity. Yung naturo ko sa infinite limits, di ba? So, possible mangyari to pag may mga rational tayo. May restriction sa domain, yung domain should not be equal to 0. So, possible yun magkaroon ng essential discontinuity. Okay? So, ito lang tatandaan natin. So, dapat, alam nyo tong condition na tatlo. Condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. Pag nasatisfy itong tatlo, ano yan? Continuous yung function f of x at x is equal to a. Tapos, kinakategorize naman kapag hindi continuous, pwedeng removable and essential. So, dito sa tatlo, kapag may isa kang hindi na-satisfy, automatic, discontinuous na yung f of x sa x is equal to a. Okay, so sige. Para ma-illustrate na natin tong mga concepts, mag-solve na tayo ng problems. So, ang instruction is identify if the given function is continuous at the given point. So, yun lang. So, magbibigay tayo ng function tsaka point. I-identify natin kung yung function is continuous at that given point. So, number 1, c of x is equal to 2x if 0 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10 and 1.4x plus 6 if x is greater than 0, tapos yung a is 10. Yan. So, i-identify natin kung yung c of x is continuous at a is equal to 10. E di isa-isahin natin yung condition sa taas kanina. So, check natin kung yung f ba is defined or yung given function, yung c, is defined at x is equal to a. So, i-evaluate natin, condition 1, c of a, c of 10. So, saan tayo pipili? Or anong value ng c of x ang pipiliin natin? Ito or ito? Check nyo dun sa interval. Dito kasi may underline sa less than. Ibig sabihin, inclusive si 10. Dito sa interval na to. So, 10 pala to, mali. It should be 10. Yan. So, dapat, gagamitin natin is 2x. Kasi inclusive si 10 dito sa interval. May underline yung inequality eh. 'Di ba? So, ang gagamitin nating value ng c of x is 2x. So, bale 2 times x, papalitan nyo ng 10. 2 times 10, 20. So, define, di ba? Okay, good tayo sa condition 1. Next, sa condition 2 naman, ang condition 2 naman is dapat yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a exist, or yung limit ng c of x as x approaches a exist. So check natin yung limit ng c of x as x approaches 10. So meron tayong ambiguity dito kasi nasa boundary yung 10 ng mga interval or endpoint. Yun din pala tandaan nyo na possible magkaroon ng discontinuity kapag piecewise function kayo tas yung number is boundary dun sa interval. Halimbawa yung 10, di ba? So try natin kuhain yung limit. So dahil nga piecewise function tayo, one-sided limit. Yung naturo ko sa one-sided limit video ko. Kukuhain natin yung limit ng c of x as x approaches 10 from the left and from the right. Tapos i-compare natin kung equal ba yung left tsaka right hand limit. So kapag left hand limit, ibig sabihin mag-a-approach si x through values, mag-a-approach si x sa 10 through values less than 10. So dapat ang gagamitin nating interval dito is eto. At ang value niya ng c of x dyan sa interval na yon is 2x. So bale, papalit natin dito sa c of x is 2x. Limit as x approaches 10 from the left. Yan, tapos pwede nyo nang i-direct sub na lang si 10 sa x, parang two-sided limit. Kahit i-disregard nyo lang yung 10 minus sign, di ba? 2 times 10, 20. So, nag-exist yung yung left hand. Paano naman yung right hand? So, yung right hand, ibig sabihin, mag-a-approach naman si x sa 10 through values greater than 10. Diba? 10.0001. Ito kanina, 9.9999, diba? So, ang gagamitin nating interval ngayon is greater than 10. So, ito, 1.4x plus 6. So, magiging limit ng 1.4x plus 6 ba? Okay, 1.4x plus 6. Then, as x approaches 10 from the right. So, pwede nyo na lang din uling i-direct sub si 10 sa x. So, 1.4, 10 plus 6. Bale, 1.4 times 10, 14 plus 6, 20. Yan. So, pwede na nating makuha yung two-sided limit as x approaches 10 by comparing yung left hand limit tsaka yung right hand limit. Pareho silang 20. So, ibig sabihin, mag-e-exist yung two-sided limit kasi equal yung right hand tsaka left hand, which is dapat equal na rin doon sa value nung RHL and LHL na 20. Okay? So, defined or nag-e-exist yung yung limit na satisfy natin yung condition 2. Paano naman yung condition 3? Yung condition 3, if dapat f of a is equal to limit ng f of x as x approaches a, or c of a is equal to limit ng c of x as x approaches a. Magka-equal nga ba sila? So, dapat yung c of a is equal to the limit ng c of x as x approaches a, or yung c of 10, kasi a natin is 10, is equal to the limit of c of x as x approaches 10. Ano yung c of 10 kanina? 20. Ano yung limit ng c of x as x approaches 10? 20 din. Tama? So, equal. So, equal yung c of 10 sa limit ng c of x as x approaches 10. Sabihin, satisfied si condition 3. Anong mako-conclude natin? Therefore, c of x is continuous at x is equal to 10. Kasi wala tayong na-fail na condition dun sa tatlo. Pero kung may isa man lang kayong na-fail, automatic yan, discontinuous. Okay? So, next, number 2. So, paano pag f of x naman is equal to 2x plus 3 if x is not equal to 1 and equal to 2 if x is equal to 1. Tapos yung value ng a is 1. Condition 1. So, check natin yung f of a kung mag-e-exist. Bale, f of 1 kasi yung a mo is 1. So, sa piecewise function siya. So, ang gagamitin nating value kapag if x is equal to 1, 2. So, therefore, ang f of 2 natin is, f of 1 natin is 2. Okay. So, good. Nag-exist. Condition 1 satisfied. Number 2. Limit nung f of x as x approaches a. Or, limit ng, so 'di ba kapag x approaches a, limit ng f of x as x approaches 1, bale, 'di ba dapat kapag limit tayo, hindi necessarily magi-equal yung x sa 1. Malapit lang, either from the right or from the left. So, anong gagamitin nating interval? Dapat ito, kasi bawal mag-equal talaga yung x sa 1. Kapag limit, ina-approach lang ni x yung 1 either from the right or from the left. So, ang papalit nating value for f of x dito is 2x plus 3. So, limit ng 2x plus 3 as x approaches 1. O, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sub yung 1 sa x. So, magiging 2 times 1 plus 3, 5. So, okay yung condition, 2, nag-exist yung limit. Next, yung condition 3 naman, di ba dapat f of a is equal to the limit ng f of x as x approaches a. Or, f of 1, bale, is equal to the limit of f of 1 as f of x as x approaches 1. Kasi a is 1, di ba? O pag kinompare natin yung nakuha natin sa f of 1 tsaka limit ng f of x as x approaches 1, pareho ba sila? But Hindi di ba? Si f of 1 kasi is 2. Tapos, si limit ng f of x as x approaches 1 is 5. Hindi equal. E di, na-fail yung condition 3. Ibig sabihin nun, f of x is discontinuous na agad. Discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Okay. Pero kung i-identify natin anong type of discontinuity ito. 'Di ba ang hindi naging true is hindi kasi nag-equal yung f of a sa limit ng f of x. Pero nag-e-exist yung limit f of x as x approaches a. Base dun sa note ko kanina, sa condition 1, nag-e-exist yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a, pero either yung f of a is undefined or f of a is not equal to the limit. So, ito yung nasatisfy sa discontinuity, di ba? E di removable. So, kung papangalanan natin yung type ng discontinuity, pwede nyo ring sabihin, saan yan? Number 2, f of x has removable discontinuity or f of x has removable discontinuity at x is equal to 1. Tapos pwede nyo gawan ng paraan yan para maging continuous na. Ang pwede nyo gawin, i-redefine nyo yung f of 1. Diba ang problema natin, hindi equal yung f of 1 sa limit. Yung limit kasi wala kayong magagawa dyan. Pero kung i-redefine nyo yung value ng f of x at x is equal to 1, gawin yung 5, magiging continuous na yan. So kung i-redefine natin yung f of x at x is equal to 1 by setting f of 1 is equal to equal dapat dun sa limit na 5 para mag-equal na yung f of a sa limit ng f of x as x approaches. Yan. Magiging continuous na. Okay? At x is equal to 1. Gets? Okay, sige. Next. Number 3. Number 3, what if f of x is equal to 1 over x minus a and a is equal to 2? So, hindi na siya piecewise function. Okay? So, condition 1, f of a, check natin, evaluate yung f of x at x is equal to 2 or f of 2. So, ipapalit nyo yung 2 sa mga x. Bale, 1 over 2 minus 2. 1 over 0. Yan, undefined. Kasi bawal yung 0 sa denominator eh. So, it is undefined. E di, failed agad tayo sa 1, sa condition 1. Automatic, discontinuous na siya sa 2. Okay? Pero kung identify natin, sige. Therefore, f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to 2. So, kapag in-identify natin anong possible type siya ng discontinuity, pag kinuha mo yung limit ng 1 over x minus 2 as x approaches 2 from the right or from the left, ano to? 'Di ba magiging 1 over 2 positive minus 2 bale 1 over, so approaching 0 to. Kasi 2 minus 2, 0. Pero from true positive or negative values. So dahil 2 positive tayo, pwede nga sign 2.000001 minus 2 positive, 'di ba? So, approaching 0 through positive values. So, ibig sabihin, infinite limit. Yung naturo ko sa lesson na infinite limits. Okay? Pag constant yung numerator, tapos yung denominator is approaching 0 either through positive or negative values, automatic infinite limit yon. Tapos, check nyo na lang yung sign ng infinity, depende kung anong sign ng numerator at denominator. So, dahil positive tayo sa taas divided by positive sa baba, positive infinity. Tapos dito naman, kapag kinuha nyo is 1 over 2 negative minus 2. So, 1 over approaching 0 din to. Pero this time, through negative values. Kasi pag inassign nyo dito sa x is close to 2 but less than 2, 1.99999. Minus 2, negative yon. So, infinite limit din. Tapos, ang magiging sign is positive divided by negative, negative. So, anong condition nyo na satisfy dun sa note natin? So, sa 2.1, diba? Tama ba? 2.1. 2.2 pala. Ito. Kasi nagkaroon tayo ng positive or ng infinite limits. Either from the right or from the left. So, masasabi natin dito na f of x, so alam na natin na discontinuous siya, di ba, at x is 2. Or kung i-describe pa natin further yung discontinuity, f of x has infinite essential discontinuity at x is equal to 2. Okay. Next, number 4. For number 4, what if f of x is equal to 3 plus x? If x is less than or equal to 1 and 3 minus x. If x is greater than 1 and yung value ng a is 1. Okay, condition 1 muna. Evaluate natin yung f of x at x is equal to 1 kung mag-e-exist or defined. So, saan tayo titingin interval? Dahil ito yung may underline sa inequality, inclusive si 1. Okay, so itong gagamitin nating value. 3 plus x. So, yan yung ipapalit nyo sa f of x. Bale, 3 plus, papalitan nyo ngayon yung x ng 1 para ma-evaluate yung f of 1. Bale, 3 plus 1, 4. So, nag-exist, defined, right? Defined yung 4, hindi indeterminate or undefined. Okay, good. So, nasatisfy yung condition 1. Condition 2 naman, so, limit nung f of x as x approaches a. Check natin kung mag-exist. So, limit ng f of x bale as x approaches 1, yung a. So, dahil piecewise tayo, may ambiguity dito sa 1 kasi part siya nung boundary dun sa interval. I-check natin yung right hand tsaka left hand. So, limit muna nung f of x as x approaches 1. Pwedeng from the right muna. Sige. So, dahil from the right, ibig sabihin, mag-a-approach si x sa 1 through values greater than 1. Pwedeng 1.00001. Sa saan tayo titingin interval dyan? Sa x is greater than 1. Yan siya pasok. So, ang gagamitin nating value ng f of x is 3 minus x. So, limit ng 3 minus x as x approaches 1 from the right. So, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sub yung 1 sa x. So, magiging 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So, yung right hand limit is 2. Next, yung left hand naman, limit. So, limit ng f of x as x approaches 1 from the left. Ibig sabihin, mag-a-approach si x sa 1 through values less than 1. Eh, di titingin ngayon tayo sa interval na to. Dito siya pasok. Ang gagamitin nating value ng f of x is 3 plus x. So, bale, limit ng 3 plus x as x approaches 1 from the left. So, pwede nyo na lang din i-direct sub tong 1 sa x. So, 3 plus 1 is 4. Yan. So, pwede na nating mahanap yung two-sided limit of f of x as x approaches 1. Compare nyo yung right hand tsaka left hand. Ito yung left hand limit, ito yung right hand limit. 'Di ba magkaiba sila? Right hand limit is 2, left hand limit is 4. So does not exist yung two-sided limit of f of x as x approaches 1. So does not exist. Eh di failed agad yung condition 2. F of x, therefore f of x is discontinuous agad. discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Yan. Tapos kung i-identify natin kung anong type ng discontinuity, removable or essential. 'Di ba hindi nag-e-exist yung pag hindi nag-e-exist yung limit or hindi true yung condition 2, automatic essential 'yon. Pero anong type ng essential, jump or infinite? Kasi sabi sa note, kapag hindi equal yung right hand tsaka left hand, if left hand and right hand limit nag-exist sila pero hindi naman sila equal, yan yung jump, 'di ba? So parang yung case natin, nag-exist yung right tsaka left hand pero hindi sila equal. Di jump essential discontinuity. Okay? Or pwede nating sabihin f of x, kung i-define natin further yung discontinuity, f of x has jump essential discontinuity at x is equal to 1. Okay? Oras na. Okay, sige. Next pa. Number, 5. For number 5, what if f of x is equal to the absolute value of x minus 3 if x is not equal to 3, and 2 if x is equal to 3, and a is equal to 3. So, condition 1. Bale, kukuhain natin yung f of a, evaluate si f of x sa a, which is yung value is 3. F of 3. So, saan gagamitin natin function ng f of x? Kung saan dapat yung interval na equal si x sa 3 dito sa pangalawa, right? Equal siya sa 2. So, therefore, f of 3 is equal to 2. Defined. So, condition 1 is satisfied. Next, condition 2 naman. So, limit ng f of x as x approaches a, check natin kung mag-exist. Bale, limit ng f of x as x approaches 3. So, anong gagamitin nating interval? Diba dapat kapag limit, ina-approach lang ni x yung 3 pero hindi dapat equal sa 3. Close lang sa 3. Either from the right or from the left. So, dapat itong interval yung gagamitin natin. Ang value ng f of x dyan is absolute value of x minus 3. So, limit, ang gagamitin natin f of x is limit ng absolute value of x minus 3 as x approaches 3. Paano kuhain yung absolute limit ng may absolute value? Piecewise function yan, di ba? Ano yung definition natin? Absolute value of x kasi is equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0. And negative x if x is less than 0. Kaso may shifting, may minus 3. So, kukopihin nyo lang din yan. Gagawin nyo lang, instead na x, ang nasa loob ng absolute value is x minus 3. And then, instead na x, x minus 3. Tapos, if instead na x, x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Tapos dito, instead na negative x, negative quantity x minus 3. So, lahat ng mga x papalitan niya ng x minus 3. If x minus 3 is less than 0. Or ito, pag sinolve nyo tong inequality, bale, if x is greater than or equal to 3, and ito naman, if x is less than, transpose yung negative 3 sa kanan, 3, positive 3. So, ito yung definition ngayon natin ng absolute value of x minus 3. So, dahil piecewise siya, kailangan natin kuhain yung right hand tsaka left hand. So, mag-ano muna tayo? Sige, right hand limit muna. X approaching 3 from the right nung absolute value of x minus 3. So, kapag from the right, mag-a-approach si x sa 3 through values greater than 3. Anong interval yon? Ito. So, ang gagamitin nating value is x minus 3. So, papalit natin dito sa absolute value of x minus 3 is x minus 3. Then, limit as x approaches 3 from the right. So, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sabi yung 3 sa x. Parang two-sided limits, diba? 3 minus 3, 0. Okay. So, therefore, yung right-hand limit is 0. Next, yung ano naman, left-hand limit naman. So, limit ng x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the left. So, ibig sabihin, ang i-approach na value ni x is 3 through values less than 3. So, saan tayo titingin na interval dito? Sa x is less than 3. At ang value ng f of x, or ng absolute value ng x minus 3, dito sa interval na to is negative quantity x minus 3. So, yun yung ipapalit nating value dito. Bale, limit of quantity, negative quantity of x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the left. Distribute nyo na lang tong negative. Sige. So, magiging limit ng negative x, then negative times negative 3, positive 3. Tapos, as x approaches 3 from the left. So, pwede nyo na i-direct sub na lang yung 3 sa x. So, negative 3 plus 3, 0 din. Okay? So, pwede na nating makuha yung value ng two-sided limit dito. Iko-compare natin ngayon yung right hand tsaka left hand. So, di ba yung RHL is 0 and yung LHL, yung left hand limit, 0 din. E di, yung two-sided limits mag-exist and should be equal din dun sa value nung both right hand tsaka left hand na 0. So, ibig sabihin, satisfied si condition 2 kasi may limit tayo for f of x as x approaches 3, 0. So, okay tayo so far sa 1 and 2. Yung sa condition 3, dapat 'di ba yung f of a is equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches a. Or f of 3, kasi a is 3, is equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches 3. So, balikan natin. Yung value ng f of 3, anong nakuha? 2. So, 2 si f of 3. Equal ba siya sa ano? Sa limit ng f of x as x approaches 3? Ano yung limit na nakuha natin? 0. Iba. 0 eh. So, hindi sila equal. Discontinuous kasi hindi na-satisfy yung condition 3. Therefore, f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to 3. Or kung i-identify natin yung particular type ng discontinuity, ano siya? Diba nag-e-exist yung limit, yung condition 2. Pero, hindi equal yung f of a sa limit ng f of x as x approaches a. So, anong condition yon? Dito sa note ko sa taas, removable. Diba? Kasi nag-exist naman yung two-sided limit, pero hindi natin na-satisfy to, or na-satisfy natin yung condition na f of a is not equal to limit. So, nasa removable discontinuity siya. Or kung i-define pa natin further yung discontinuity neto, f of x, pwede nating sabihin, has removable discontinuity at x is equal to 3. So, di ba pag removable, pwede nating gawa ng paraan para maging continuous. Yung parang sa previous problem. So, kailangan, ang goal natin is ma-redefine natin yung value ng f of a or yung f of 3. Dapat mag-equal siya dito sa two-sided limit kanina na 0. Diba? So, kung i-redefine natin, if we redefine f of x at x is equal to 3 by setting f of 3 is equal to 0, then f of x will be continuous at x is equal to 3 na. Continuous na siya. Kasi mag-i-equal na yung f of 3 sa limit ng f of x as x approaches 3. Gets? Okay. Oras na. So, sige, siguro hanggang dito na lang muna. Nakasolve tayo ng 5 problems pa lang. Sige, so tutuloy pa natin to para mas ma-expose pa kayo sa maraming problems. Magkakaroon pa tayo ng part 2. So, abangan nyo lang yung next video tutorial natin for the same topic, continuity of functions at a number. So, subscribe na lang kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math, and hit the notification bell para ma-notify kayo pag may mga uploaded video tutorials tayo ulit. So, ililink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin, pati yung pinaka-playlist na lang din ng differential calculus. Para pwede nyo nang mapanood lahat ng mga video tutorials ko for DiffCal from the first lesson to the last lesson. Para meron kayong video tutorial playlist guide from our YouTube channel, Engineered Math, para sa buong subject nyo na differential calculus. So, pwede nyo na yung i-binge watch, i-marathon kung kailangan nyong mag-review or mag-advance study. Panoorin nyo lang. Okay, so good luck sa mga nagtitake ng Calculus 1, Differential Calculus subject. Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Basta mag-aral lang kayong mabuti, mag-practice, solve ng maraming problems, and manood kayo ng mga video tutorials ko sa YouTube. Okay, Engineered Math YouTube channel. Binge watch nyo Differential Calculus playlist. Okay, see you on my next live. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.